Adam and Eve had children, and their children had children. The earth became filled with people. All of those people ignored God, did not care about his heart. Because of this, the world became a terrible place. It was filled with fear and lies and shame. No one was safe. No one was happy. Everyone was selfish. This broke God's heart. He was so sad because his beautiful world had become ugly. God decided to send a flood to wash away all the ugliness. But there was one man, just one man, who was different. His name was Noah. Noah loved God and was sad that God's world had become so ugly. God decided that he would save Noah and his family from the flood. He hoped that Noah's family would be different. God would let them start all over again. Maybe his children would make different choices this time. God also decided that he would save the animals. It was not their fault the world had become ugly. So he told Noah to start building a huge boat called an ark. It was to be big enough for two of every kind of animal to fit inside. The ark was made of wood so that it would float, and it was painted with black tar so the water could not get in. It took Noah 100 years to build it. All this time, people on earth were fighting and hating each other. They thought Noah was crazy building a boat in the desert. They thought he was crazy to believe God was going to send a flood. When the ark was ready, God sent two of each kind of animal into it. They came all by themselves. It was a miracle. Then, when Noah and his family were safely inside, God shut the doors of the ark so that everyone would be safe. Then it started to rain. It rained and rained all day, every day, for 40 days. Even more water came out of the ground, and in the end, the whole world was flooded. All the animals died, all the people died, and all the ugliness was washed away. But Noah, his family, and the animals in the ark were safe. Finally, the rain stopped, and slowly, the floodwater started to go down. Noah waited for weeks and weeks. At last, God told him that it was safe to come out of the ark. The first thing that Noah and his family did was to thank God for keeping them safe. And God made a promise to them. He promised that he would never send a flood to destroy the earth again. God didn't want Noah and his family to be afraid. Instead, he hoped that he could share his heart and his love with them, and that they would want to share their heart and their love with him. To remind everyone of this promise, God put his rainbow in the sky, and every time we see his rainbow, it reminds us that God is still keeping his promise and that he wants to share his heart with us.